So, good morning, all. Under GST, let us discuss the payment of taxes, how the SSC can pay out its taxes. Now, as we all know very well that when a particular person is taxable under GST, that person needs to get itself registered under the GSTN. That is the common portal that has been developed for the purpose of getting the taxpayers registered so that they can have their own identification number. We call it as GSTIN. And accordingly, that identification number, as we have discussed in the previous lectures also when we were discussing the registration process, I told you that after the registration process has been done, then it gives you a registration number, and that registration number is basically the identification number that the taxpayer gets after getting itself registered on GST. So once that GST registration process is all done, then you get a registration number, and that registration number, GSTIN, will act as your identification, and all your GST compliances will be done through that registration number only. So it will become your identification number through which you will be recognized as a registered taxpayer. So when this registration process is done and you have been allotted with that registration number, that number will become your account, and that account will tell you each and everything about your GST compliances, and also you will be recognized by that number as a taxable person. So this, when you get yourself registered under GST network, that account will tell you each and every detail of your GST, that how much the GST needs to be paid, how much you have already paid, how much is the input tax credit that you get out of your payment of the inward supplies. So all these information will automatically appear on your GST account number, that is through your GSTIN. So when you open up your account, when you open up your registration number, you will on the portal, you will see that your all the informations are there in your account, and these informations will further help you in proceeding with the payment of the GST, or in knowing that how much is the credit that you have in your account, and accordingly you can pay out your GST obligations, right? So as you can see here, we call the different you can say different segments that you have under your GST portal. We call it as the ledgers, right? As you have your ledger accounts in your financial accounting, in the same way you have the ledger accounts in the on the GST portal as per your GSTIN, right? So when you open up your GST portal as per your GSTIN, you will be able to see that you have three types of ledgers there. One is the electronic cash ledger, another is the electronic credit ledger, and lastly it is the electronic liability register. So let us take up these ledgers one by one and discuss in detail what it is. Firstly, it is the electronic cash ledger. We call it as e-cash ledger also, because it is electronically based. It is on the portal. So, and the format that you have for the cash account or cash ledger or cash book, that on one side you record all the deposits that you have, what all you have received, and on the other side you record what all expenses that you have done. In the same way, in e-cash ledger on your GST portal also, you will have the same entries, like you will be having the credit of all the amounts that has been received on your cash ledger, and on the debit side you will be having all the payments that you have done out of your cash ledger through your maybe payment of taxes or fees or interest or penalty, whatever that has been imposed on you uh, as per the GST compliances. So simply now what you need to understand here is that cash ledger tells you what all deposits are there in your account. Account here means your GSTIN, and what all payment has been done out of that cash ledger. Now, Whatever credit we are talking about here is is something that it is not what you have received. It is what you have paid, you have deposited in your GST and GST network in your cash ledger. So whenever you need to pay your GST obligations, what you need to do is you have to deposit certain amount of cash, certain amount of balance in your GST account, and out of that balance, you need to pay out your GST obligations. Right? It is this. The funda is the same as you deposit certain amount in your bank account, and that out of that amount you pay out certain person. So the same thing happens here also, that you need to first credit your cash ledger with the with certain amount that you need to use in future for payment of your GST obligation. So on one hand, you're depositing certain cash in your GST cash ledger, and then later on you are debiting your that cash ledger while paying out your GST obligations. So this deposit can be made through your net banking, through your credit card, debit card, NEFT, RTGS, and also the payment can be done through over the counter. Over the counter, you all know very well, when we go to the bank and deposit the amount. But for this over the counter, the limit is 10,000 per challan. So what happens here is that you need to pay out, you need to, when you need to deposit certain amount in your GST portal, then you have to generate a e-challan for that, and that e-challan is valid for 15 days, and that e-challan will work as a payment order for you, so that you can further you can use that e-challan and deposit the amount of deposit that amount in your GST portal. Now, once that challan identification number will be generated by the government account to whom you are paying, or the bank who is collecting that cash on behalf of you, and then accordingly, your electronic cash ledger will be credited with that amount. So you have to generate your e-challan, and with the help of that e-challan, you need to credit your cash ledger, and that cash ledger will be credited by the challan identification number that is being generated, that is being given to you by the government account of the collecting bank. And through that challan identification number, your electronic cash ledger will be credited. So any with any sort of mode of payment like internet banking, credit card, debit card, NEFT, RTGS, these all are the different ways through which you can make the payment in your GST cash ledger, and that cash ledger will be accordingly credited with that much of amount. And this amount will be further used by the taxpayer to pay off the tax liability under GST. Then moving ahead with your electronic credit ledger. See, electronic credit ledger, as we have been discussing in the previous lectures also, that credit ledger, that you must be knowing what is the input tax credit up till now. We have been discussing that frequently in the lectures. So input tax credit simply means that whatever you have, whatever taxes that you have already paid on your inward supplies, you get the credit for that. And this electronic credit ledger will tell you that how much is the credit that you are having in your account in reference to your input tax credit. So this credit ledger will simply tell you that under SGST or CGST or IGST, how much is the input tax credit that is there in your account. Now, why this is important? Because this credit, as we have discussed in the previous lectures also, that this credit will be utilized further by the taxpayer in paying off its outward supply GST liabilities. So anywhere, if you are using this input tax credit for the payment of your GST liabilities, then in that case, there has to be the balance of credit in your account while you will be using that credit in paying off your GST liability. So whatever is the credit that you are having, input tax credit that you are having in your account, that will be appearing in your account here under the credit ledger. And you should be very clear about it, that whatever is the tax liability, whatever is the liability that you are meeting out of this credit ledger, it should be as per the different you can say categories of credit, input tax credit you are having in your account. Like if there is SGST input tax credit, if there is CGST input tax credit, or if there is IGST input tax credit, that needs to be worked on accordingly and will be used accordingly to pay off the GST liability. Then there is one difference here in the cash and the credit ledger, that this credit ledger will be used only by the taxpayer to pay off the tax liability, but any other liability like in the form of interest, penalty, fees, etc., that will not be met out by this credit ledger. So any tax liability can be met out by this credit ledger, but there will be no other liability in the form of interest, penalty, fees, etc., that will be paid out of this input tax credit. Then next is the lastly the electronic liability register. The electronic liability register here will tell you that how much is the amount of GST liability that you are carrying, which needs to be paid out by the taxpayer. So for this purpose, this liability register will simply tell you that how much is the CGST, how much is the SGST, how much is the IGST liability or UTGST liability that is there on your account, which you have to pay. And accordingly, as you know very well, that whatever is the previous tax liability, whatever is the tax liability that you are having of any previous time period, that you have to meet out first, then the current tax period liability, and then the lastly the demand under section 73 and 74. What is this demand section 73 and 74? This we will be discussing later in the further units, but for now you need to understand this, that first whatever is the previous period tax liability, like previous month tax liabilities is still pending, so you have to first pay out the previous month tax liability and then pay out the current period tax liability. So this is how you need to meet out your liabilities under the GST. And lastly, it is the manner of making payment towards liability. The manner here simply means that how the payment of GST will be done by the taxpayer. So as I told you that there are two types of ledger. One is the electronic credit ledger, other is the electronic cash ledger. So credit ledger will tell you that how much is the credit available of different categories of taxes in your account, and cash ledger will tell you the amount of cash, amount of you can say the balance that is there in your cash ledger that can be utilized to pay off your tax liability. Now, the credit ledger means that whatever is the credit available in your account, that can be utilized by you in paying off your liability, and cash ledger will tell you the balance, cash balance in your account to pay out the liability. Now, the difference is this, that the credit ledger balance will only be used for the payment of taxes, and through cash ledger you can pay out any of your tax, interest, penalty, fees, etc., anything. So when it is possible for the taxpayer to use both the credit and the cash ledger to pay off the liability. Like first you consume whatever is the credit balance that is being shown in your account, and beyond that, if any further tax liability is there, then you can use your cash ledger to pay off that liability. So this is the way you can make out your payment, by using both the credit ledger and the cash ledger. Any, I guess all these three types of ledgers are clear to you all. So if any doubts, we can take up that doubts later. Thank you.